African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the Special Military Operation 21st of August, 2024. The armed forces continue to repel the attempted invasion of the Ukrainian armed forces into the territory of the Russian Federation. Units of the North Group of Forces in the Vovchansk and Liptsov directions inflicted losses on formations of the 43rd Mechanized and 92nd Assault Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 36th Marine Brigade and the 13th National Guard Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Kharkiv, Liptsy, and Vovchansk in the Kharkiv region. The enemy's losses amounted to 100 soldiers, 3 vehicles, a 152mm D-20 howitzer and 2 122mm D-30 howitzers. Units of the West Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions, inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 14th, 43rd, 66th, 116th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the 110th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Tabievka, Peskanoy, Petropavlovka in the Kharkiv region, Stelmakovka, Chervona Dybrova in the Luhansk People's Republic and Torskoy in the Donetsk People's Republic. 6 counterattacks by assault groups of the 115th Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 110th Territorial Defense Brigade and the 12th Special Forces Brigade Azov were repelled. The enemy lost up to 470 servicemen, a tank, 4 vehicles, a U.S.-made 155mm M198 howitzer and a 152mm Mstb howitzer. Units of the Southern Group of Forces improved their tactical position, inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 28th, 30th, 32nd Mechanized, 56th Motorized Infantry, 72nd Airborne Assault Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 116th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Peryezhnoye, Grigorovka, Orakovo-Vasilevka, Chasiv-Yar, Kurdiamovka, and Konstantinovka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost over 700 servicemen, 3 vehicles, a U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzer, a 152mm Mstb howitzer, 2 D-20 152mm howitzers, a D-30 122mm howitzer, 2 U.S.-made M119 105mm guns, a Croatian-made 122mm RAK-SA-12 multiple launch rocket system, and 2 electronic warfare stations. The ammunition depot was destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces, as a result of active actions, liberated the settlement of Zelenoy in the Donetsk People's Republic. In addition, the formations of the 23rd, 53rd, 151st Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the 15th National Guard Brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Sherbanovka, Tarasovka, Zuravka, Kalinovo, Dzержinsk, and Grodovka of the Donetsk People's Republic. 6 counterattacks by units of the 47th and 150th Mechanized Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 14th Brigade of the National Guard, and the Light Assault Brigade of the National Police of Ukraine were repelled. The enemy's losses in one day amounted to more than 630 servicemen, a Cossack combat armored vehicle, 12 vehicles, 155mm howitzers, M777 and M198 made in the USA, a 152mm Jyotsin gun, a 152mm D-20 gun, a 152mm Mstb howitzer, and 4 122mm D-30 howitzers. Units of the East Group of Forces inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 58th Motorized Infantry Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the 106th and 125th Territorial Defense Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Vodyanoy, Ugledar, Prechestovka, and Velika Novosayolka of the Donetsk People's Republic. For counterattacks by the 72nd Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 125th Territorial Defense Brigade were repelled. In one day, the enemy lost up to 130 servicemen, an infantry fighting vehicle, 5 vehicles, a 155mm self-propelled artillery unit Braveheart, and a 155mm howitzer FH-70 made in Great Britain, as well as a 122mm howitzer D-30. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on formations of the 65th Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 39th Coastal Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Maly Sherbaki and Novodanilovka in the Zaporizhia region. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 30 servicemen, 5 vehicles, and 2 152mm D-20 howitzers. Operational Tactical Aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, missile forces, and artillery of the Russian armed forces destroyed a fuel depot and hit concentrations of enemy manpower and military equipment in the 131st District. Air defense systems shot down 7 French-made Hammer-guided aerial bombs, a Neptune MD anti-ship missile, 15 US-made HIMARS rockets, and 63 unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 639 aircraft, 282 helicopters, 30,255 unmanned aerial vehicles, 575 anti-aircraft missile systems, 17,348 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,416 multiple launch rocket systems, 13,470 field artillery pieces and mortars, 24,977 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.